G'day, this is Blxz and welcome back to Geneforge 5. I've jumped ahead a little bit and rebuilt Chessrook, the Fyora. So I've decided to stop going west. I'm going to head east this time, I think. Let's find out where the presence is hiding, and then we'll be able to continue on with the game. Over here, mole rats. You emerge from the tunnel into an isolated valley high up in the mountains. You have never been here before. It doesn't look like anyone has been here in a long time. The sheet of snow on the pathway is completely undisturbed. There is something here though. The valley to the east is blocked by a large stone dome. Two creatures stand guard, lurking motionlessly outside the door. When they see you, they shake off the inches of snow that cover them. They are creations. Strange, freakish creations. They stand on four legs like roamers, but they come from different stock. In fact, they look like their body parts have been borrowed from many different creatures. They are awkward, ungainly creatures, all muscle. Their skin is smooth, pale, and shades of a sickly pink. Each stares at you with a single softly glowing eye. When you get close, they growl in unison. Mekin grabs your arm. Do not like this place. Hear warnings. Not wise to come here. We should go. Well, I'm not sure what we're going to do now. Obviously the presence is not here. So I'm going to have a look around anyway. I'm going to see what happens. Yep. When you enter the dome, you see a statue in the center. A huge, lumpy, ugly thing. Then the statue starts to move. Another shape of creation. A shell of stone surrounding flesh and muscle, and a brain. It opens its mouth, the stone of its lips forming an immobile O shape. Words float out of the darkness beyond. You have entered the Foundry repository. Please show your key or depart. Okay, we're going to depart before that thing rips my arms off, beats me to death with them. I reckon I'm going to have to go up and around, because I don't think I can get through the doors here. And this is one I haven't tried. Let's have a look. Oh. The door to the north has a sign next to it. Testing Hall's main entrance. The door is solid stone, very heavy of shape and make. A huge, heavily altered tree fungus creature lives inside it, dropping and lifting the stone as needed. Left alone, it would live and function for many years. When you get close to the door, it slides open slightly. When you get closer, it opens more. It seems to want to let you through. Someone seems to be controlling it from a distance. If you went inside, the door might close, trapping you. It all depends on how its controller feels about you. You approach the door, it opens all the way, you step through, and we're in cutscene mode. Once you're inside the testing halls, the door behind you slides shut. It doesn't open again. It is silent and dark, except for the sounds of claws scraping over stone in the shadows ahead. Something has trapped you in here with it. Now you will have to show it the magnitude of its error. Alrighty. There is a low platform in the center of this room. Creations are chained there for easy inspection, sample taking, and so on. Unfortunately, several Fyoras have gotten loose and are hunting for prey here. The presence has driven them completely rogue. However, the room is dark and wide. You don't want to fight them. You might be able to sneak by. Okay. Do I not want to fight them? That's the question. I reckon fighting them's the best idea. Especially when I level up like that. You'll almost always find little things hidden in the nooks and crannies in Geneforge. Jeff Vogel was very good at hiding stuff away. Okay, mines. There is a scattering of crystal containers on the floor ahead, full of glowing essence. They contain embryonic creations, ready to emerge, fully developed. Unfortunately, someone has dragged them here and hooked them up to several jury-rigged triggers. You have the grim suspicion that, if you get close to the triggers, the containers will be activated. Mekan looks at one of them closely. Small, not much essence. If Rogue comes out, we can kill it, I think, if you can't disarm it. And that is why you want mechanics. It's like a beautiful experience, and I don't have to worry about fighting anything. Yeah, it took me a long time to figure these out in Geneforge 4. Basically, that's the core, and it's connected to each of these, so that'll always explode when you go near it. But provided it's got nothing connected to it, it won't actually blow up in your face and do anything. Like that. Yeah, it's different from the earlier games. More crystals that I'll probably be able to sell at some point. Maybe, if I ever find a vendor. I have to remember I've got those down here. Mekan unexpectedly breaks the silence. I have not been in here in a long time. I do not like it. Not like it here at all. Why is that? The creations are brought here, tested. It is harsh. They cry out, sometimes go rogue. Many never leave. It is hard to hear. Would rather be outside looking after them. Their fate is the same, but it's easier if I can forget it happens. Easier for me. I'm not proud of it. See, I've never liked that. It's just... You know, if something's happening, if you eat meat, you gotta know where it comes from. No point sticking your head in the sand. And those things, they have no say in the matter. While they are... Mekan shakes her head. No, enough talking. Need to hunt the presence before it does more harm. I think I checked that already. This huge cavern is like an arena. Creations designed for warfare are brought here and pitted against weaker enemies to test their skills. It is against Shaper law to pit creations against each other for sport or amusement. Testing is, apparently, different. As you look around for enemies, something happens. You hear a click and a hum. The conduits on the floor begin to glow. Someone or something has activated some sort of defense. It is not immediately clear how it works though. Well, it's probably being powered. I wonder if I can go in here. The passage to the south is blocked by several field pylons. They look very powerful. Trying to proceed south without finding a way to disarm them would be suicidal. Oh, okay, that was easy. Discipline wand, not hugely useful as it's tied to my missile skill, but we'll see how it goes. This small chamber is dominated by a Shaper-controlled panel, one of their huge fungal monstrosities. Power conduits emerge from it on all sides, and it is covered with wooden switches and levers. It is fused to the south wall, as if it controls something on the other side. You know enough about mechanics to be able to tell that it controls the flow of power to the other side. I reckon I'll just cut off the power. It is easier to destroy than to create. With your experience with shaper machinery, you easily find a delicate point at which to insert the living tool. A squealing noise and a cloud of smoke later, the power flow to the south is cut. Anyone there won't immediately notice the problem, and they try to actually use the machinery, however, they will be disappointed. We've got 2 left. Yeah, a little bit short at the moment. Okay. So I reckon if I don't get too close, I should be fine. Yeah, it's a bit foreboding. Dead thing on the ground. Oh, pants. It's about time I put some pants on. It's a bit of a quirk in spiderweb games. They rarely have pants. That looks a bit ominous. I reckon I'll try down here first. There we go, look at that. Nope, guess not. Then that one now should be off. There we go. No one needs it. Okay. Okay, there we go. Canister over there. I'm gonna go get Presence Fyora. You enter the control chamber for the testing halls. The room is dominated by a large Shaper control panel. Like all of the Shaper's best inventions, it is a living thing, a huge fungal lump resting in a stone tray. The buttons and levers are all woody projections. The creature shifts around slowly, occasionally letting out a puff of noxious gas. It has a hole at one end, probably to take in nutrients. As you look at the strange thing, a creature rises up behind it. It is a Fyora, the same one you saw through the cracks in the south wall. It inspects you. Its eyes betray a worryingly keen intelligence inside its reptilian head. Meccan grips her blade tightly. You hear her whisper to herself, "I will be in control, be in control, be in control." The creature reaches out and grabs a wooden lever. It knows how to use the controls. You brace yourself for a fresh assault. Okay, well I was going to go up and get that thing. But it's battle time. Okay. Right. So it's going to spawn monsters to attack me, I reckon. That was unexpected. Okay, let's get in here and just wail away on it. I don't reckon it can do anything to us. Although I probably should have shut down those up there. The strange Fyora stares at you. The nimbus of mist emerges from its head again. You prepare to... You stumble backward. The confusion in your head that has been afflicting you doubles and doubles again. This must be the presence that has been assaulting the foundry, bringing madness wherever it goes. The presence begins to sink back into Fyora's head. It doesn't fade entirely though. A tiny tendril extends out of the Fyora's head, ready to lash out at the target. The Fyora yanks the lever with its foreclaw, ready to use the power of the Shaper machinery against you. It looks expectantly at the two platforms to the south. Nothing happens. The creature instantly realizes that you managed to cut the power. It lets out a long, furious hiss. Alrighty. Having a bit of a frame rate issue. It's a bit weird for a game this old. Oh, I'll just wail on it. Nearly beaten it. Not particularly strong. Nearly beaten it. Problem solved. You have succeeded in dealing massive damage to the Fyora's body. The presence can no longer remain in it. It withdraws. A long stream of mist flows out of the Fyora's head and fades into invisibility. Not all of the presence gets away though. When the Fyora dies, the flow of mist is cut off. Some of it is trapped in the corpse. The presence is gone, fled somewhere else in the complex. You suspect that you might have actually hurt the thing. You hear a click from the south door. Now that the Fyora isn't at the controls anymore, the door will work properly. Alrighty. Fyora skin cloak. Yeah, since I'm fighting Fyora, I reckon fire resistance is the way to go. Okay, not a lot to do here. Let's go up and get the thingy. Canister, that's what it's called. Off in La La Land today. Alrighty. Too complicated. Okay, so we're going to find out what happens when I walk through them. Not a thing. At all. Well, that's a bit anticlimactic. Oh well, it's time to go hunt the presents. Unless I'm done. Keep hunting it, I reckon. Well, it's not telling me about the... Oh, here we go. West of the core. Okay, let's keep going west. So I do east, I do west, and I'll probably do central. Yeah, cute little Fyora things. You enter the West Foundry core. This is where the bulk of the creations stored in the foundry are kept. They are generally only taken out for testing, discipline, and the occasional bit of fresh air in the promenade. It is like a huge hotel for creations. They get cells, fresh bedding, serviles prepare and bring meals. Creations don't necessarily like being kept here, but they are properly cared for. Sounds like prison, not a hotel. And since this is where most of the creations were, this is where the presence was able to create a great deal of chaos. The walls are dark and strewn with trash. The combined reek of blood, waste and smoke makes you gag. You can hear all the creations in the darkness hissing and fighting and hunting. Alrighty, let's go kill that thing. Again. It's always rats. Gotta be rats in every game. Oh well. They're weak enough. Another Fyora. Yeah, problem solved. Glowing gently. Swims hunt. Yep. This passage ends in a huge stone door. It is sealed shut. Controls to open it from the other side. A sign next to it reads, Control Center. The Shapers are very careful to make sure that nothing can lock them away from their own controls. There must be another way to get this door open, hidden somewhere in the complex. Okay. Alrighty, I reckon I'm actually going to bump up. I'm going to work on the mechanics a bit more. I'm going to get that to probably 10. I'm still powerful enough to kill anything quite easily. No doubt that'll change. Control Center. Private Carl. There's a soldier hiding in the storage closet, curled up on the floor next to a smashed set of shelves. When he sees you in the dim light, he jumps to his feet. Saved! Saved! I can't believe it! I'm Private Carl. I've been hiding here for too long. Well, I survived. You are here to help me. Dunno, I was patrolling, doing my job, and all the creations went mad. I thought it'd be alright. Then the cell doors opened. Who opened the cell doors? Then I hid. You're not very interested. They're very interesting. Alrighty, well I will escort you to the exit. Might get some experience. Something will probably spawn to stop him. Yep, they did. Not unexpected. And artillers, gotta hate artillers. Who's Meccan? What are you doing up there, Meccan? Wow. That could have gone better. Why has Meccan left me? And there goes another one. For 10 experience. Oh well, I think I'm going to call it at that anyway. Thanks for coming along, and see you next time.